What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Sports here. I'm back again with another video, and today is the second installment of Top 10 Week. Like I said in the previous video, there will be 3 videos based on my top 10 players in the respective league that I'm doing. So the first video was on my top 10 players in the NBA that weren't Raptors, and today is going to be the MLB edition, and there will be no Toronto Blue Jays players. Just like in the last video I said there's no Raptors, there'll be no Jays in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. There was a couple more honorable mentions in this video. This one was a little bit harder. I had a lot of people that I picked for this video. So like in the last video, let's start off with the honorable mentions. So my honorable mentions for the MLB players are Mookie Betts, of course, a great player there in Boston. Bryce Harper, make baseball great again. Justin Morneau, of course. Michael Wacha. And Stephen Vogt, because, come on, we believe in Stephen Vogt. Shout out to Audie. Stephen Vogt's the GOAT. Alright, so let's start off with number 10, why don't we? Freddie Freeman. Now, he's going to, I believe he's representing Canada in the World Baseball Classic for his mother, I believe. That's what I read. Freddie Freeman is a great player. He's got a lot of pop to his bat as well, and he's another guy where it's like, he's so important to a franchise. Like, when I watch him play, the fans love him. And I just, again, like I said in the NBA video, the certain players that I pick, I love their style, I love the way they play the game, I love their attitude, and Freddie Freeman's a guy that you don't see in a lot of some of the BS that goes on behind the scenes that I've seen. He's a clean player, and he plays the game the right way. Like I said, he's got a lot of pop to his bat. I love seeing guys who can hit like that. His swing is a little different, he's got a different batting stance, and I like that as well. Now, like I said in the previous video, again, there's going to be some names on here that people might not agree with. Number 9, Brett Lawrie. Now, Brett Lawrie is a former Blue Jay. He's not one of the best players in the league, but he currently plays for the Chicago White Sox. He is a high-energy player. When he first stepped onto the scene with the Toronto Blue Jays, I was really impressed with him. I got his jersey, and he didn't live up to the expectations that Jays fans and baseball fans in general wanted him to, and I understand that, but you need guys like Brett in a clubhouse because he gets everybody fired up, and like, by no means is he a bad player. Like, I think people underestimate Brett Lawrie on defensively at third base. He's actually a really good defender, like above average defender at third base, and I think he's playing second because the Chi Sox have Todd Frazier. So I mean, he might not be able to show his full potential because he's not playing his like actual position. If I'm the White Sox, I'm dealing Frazier and then seeing what Lawrie can do at third base, because the White Sox are rebuilding. I mean, how long are you really going to keep Frazier anyways? You want to try to get more prospects, and you know you can get some for Frazier's bat. So like I said, I like Brett Lawrie, and I think that his full potential's at third base, and he does have some pop. Like, you got to give this guy time. I mean, he's still young, and I know he should be impressing people by now, but maybe a full healthy season will help because he's been hurt a lot. Number 8, another guy that people are going to question, Tim Lincecum. Now, I know he's past his prime. I know his days are numbered in the MLB, but he's the freak. I love his pitching stance. I love the way he winds up and releases the ball, and he's been a very good pitcher in the league for a lot of years now, and I'm really hoping that this year, I'm not sure who he's playing for. I know he had a deal with the Angels before. I'm not sure if he's going to play another year with them, or if he's going to leave the MLB, or if he has already. I haven't checked, but I think that he's a great bounce back candidate. Like, why can't some of these rebuilding teams look at him and go, you know what, let's just get a vet in here to get some of the guys pumped up. We got Timmy Lincecum in there. And who knows, he could bounce back. He's a great pitcher. Again, above average pitcher, and I've always liked him, so I had to put him on this list. Number 7, Giancarlo Stanton. Like, this guy hits balls like 600 feet. Like, he mashes. The guy hits home runs like nobody else. You watch the top 10 longest home runs of the season, I guarantee you Stanton's in like 6 of them. Like, he hits so many home runs, a great attitude, great player. again, a guy who plays the game right. And I really hope that they don't one day find out that he did roids, because, man, this guy is just jacked. And you see him in the gym. I don't think he's done anything. But, man, he just mashes the ball. This is a guy who just hits home runs. A big RBI machine. I'm a big fan of him. Number 6, Joey Votto, Canadian. Again, Joey Votto, I wish he would be on the Blue Jays. I would love him on the Blue Jays. Probably won't happen. The Jays don't have the cap for it. And, I mean, I think the Jays are planning a rebuild in the next couple of years. Maybe we'll try to contend this year. It would have been nice to have Joey Votto on that team. But, again, just a guy who plays the game right. He can do everything. Last year, he arguably was the best hitter in baseball for, like, half the season. Again, above average defender, elite a bat. He's an elite bat in this league. I love his attitude. Great player, Canadian. What more could you ask for me personally? I love guys who can hit home runs but get on base as well, not strike out very much. And Joey Votto's that guy. He's a great player. MVP candidate every year in my book. Number 5, Sonny Gray. He did have a bad year last year. He'll definitely bounce back. I've always been a guy where I like to go on YouTube and watch pitching mechanics, and I love watching how guys throw the ball. Sonny Gray is a guy that I study all the time, even though I don't play professionally. I don't play organized baseball anymore, which sucks, but Sonny Gray's a guy that if I wanted to pitch, I would definitely want to watch him and, you know, learn how he throws the ball, because I love his mechanics. And again, he's a great guy. I love the way he plays the game, and he's a great pitcher. I think he'll bounce back this year for sure, and that's why he's number 5 on my list. Number 4, another pitcher, Chris Archer. This is a guy I absolutely love his attitude. This is a guy that works his ass off every day of the year. He grinds every day of the year, just like Marcus Stroman. And you know what? He proves every day why these young pitchers are going to soon take over baseball. Like, he is an absolutely, he's a stud. He's a great pitcher. I love the way he releases the ball too. He's got a nice windup. It's very compact, and he hits the strike zone a lot. He's like a lot of pitchers nowadays, like they like to paint the corners, but he just pumps it in there. It kind of got to him a little bit last year, but again, another guy who can bounce back. I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be a great pitcher in years to come. He's going to be great every single year. And he's a guy that could get traded soon. You never know. I know the Braves have been looking at him. That would be a fantastic fit. But I hope the Rays keep him a little bit longer. I really like that fit as well. Number 3, sticking to the same team, Evan Longoria. I have been a fan of Evan Longoria for years now. He's killed the Blue Jays a couple times, probably a lot of times. But he's a guy, again, a clean, smooth swing. This guy's got one of the nicest swings in the league, if not the best swing in the league, in my opinion. I love the way he hits the ball. It's a power swing, but he can get on base as well. A great defender at third base. Again, smooth throwing arm, and just an all-around great guy. He's the guy that you look at the MLB and say, that's a face of the MLB. He's a great, great guy. Like I said, I've watched him for years, and I've been obsessed with the way he plays the game. He's great on and off the field. I'm a huge fan. Hopefully one day I can meet him, because that'd be pretty awesome. And sticking with the great guy attitude, one of the best players of all time in my book, Miguel Cabrera. This guy is just an absolute legend. Just one quick thing before I keep going. There was once a fan at the Blue Jays game that was, you know, meeting the Blue Jays. He was in a wheelchair, and Miguel Cabrera came up and gave him, like, jerseys, hats, baseballs, a batting gloves, like, just gave him everything, signed everything. But he's done that a couple different times. I've seen pictures on Twitter of him doing that with Jays fans multiple times, with people around the league. Like, he's a triple crown guy. He's the RBIs, home runs, batting average. He does it all. He's still an elite bat. I've seen some trade rumors about him over the past couple months, but it probably won't happen. I hope he stays a Tiger. I really like Miggy. He's so awesome. Just a great guy. He's a guy that every time I watch him play, I'm fascinated. He does something new, and I can't say enough good things about him. He's a great player, and hopefully some more great years to come. Again, another MVP candidate every year. Now this, my number one favorite player in the league currently that's not a Blue Jay. This one's a sad one to say, but number 1, Edwin Encarnacion. Oh my god. Okay, I still love Edwin. I'm gonna get rid of my list there. I kept looking at my list. Eddie, thank you for everything you've done as a Blue Jay. I still love the guy. Like, how can you not love the parrot, taking the parrot out for a walk? He's a great player, and I've seen him over the years. Again, I can say he's been a great guy on and off the field. He's been a great veteran. He's shown some great leadership to our young Blue Jays on the team. I'm a fan of a guy like this. He hits home runs, he hits RBIs, he gets on base, he doesn't strike out a ton. And I wish him the best in Cleveland. I really wish he would have accepted the first offer. I mean, he did get a little selfish, but like I said, all players get a little selfish when it comes to their time where they're going to get paid in free agency. And I wish him the best. Like I said, great player on and off the field. He's my favorite non-Blue Jay, and weird to say, but that's my top 10 favorite players in the MLB. Look forward to my next video, which will be my top 10 non-Leafs in the NHL. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And like I said in the last video, leave your top 10 favorites in the comment box or on Twitter, on YouTube, or Facebook, whatever you want to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.